All right, call the meeting to order. Let's identify ourselves.
I am Richard Raven, the trustee and the secretary of the board.
Beth,
Beth Tsunami, trustee.
Dick Passeri, trustee. And we have Terry Christmas is absent and Patty Olson is absent. So, and we have Aaron Thompson, who is the library director, is present. So we will get started. All right. Approval of the minutes. I think we have two sets of minutes, one from the executive session and one from the last meeting. All right, any questions relative to the minutes?
So I just said that I'm going to produce a new version of the August 15th minutes just to show that Patty Olson is absent.
Okay.
Because that really should be part of the
It should be by the time.
attendance.
Okay.
Since you're in there, did you want to make a note of the two documents that were going to be reviewed?
I can only stay a half hour.
Oh, no problem.
Okay.
Because I signed up for a long time ago for the presentation at the Council on Aging.
Oh, right.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. You're here. I'm still not driving, but
All right, we're voting on the minutes from the last meeting, so that's okay.
On
Bring it up to
the two
speed.
documents that we said,
Well, let me bring it up to the board. You know, Erin asked a question in the email that disseminated all the documents about two documents that she wasn't sure whether we had passed or not. And my understanding, which is not in the minutes, is that we were going to read them over the interim and vote on them today. And if that's everybody's, I'm happy to put that in the package of the minutes.
if you haven't read it, we can table it for the next meeting.
Could you table it for the next meeting? I'm not sure if we read it or not. To be real
Yeah,
honest
we'll
with you.
we table it, that's okay.
okay, I did read it. I did read it.
All right. So the minutes are being amended, so is there a motion to approve them accept and approve them as amended?
Yes.
Second? Okay, all in favor? All right. Okay. And then we have the minutes from the executive session for the trustees on personnel issues, new contract for the director. So, any questions relative to that? Is there a motion to accept that? Motion. Second. Okay, all in favor? Okay. All right. Next, the director's report.
Okay. All right, first, I don't have any updates from the MBLC. I signed up, they sent out an email to library directors offering anybody who wanted to take up a free year of working with a guided template for a disaster plan. It's called D-Plan. It's a limited offering. I signed up before even completely understanding what it was, but it was free and I wanted it, and we don't have much in the way of disaster planning, I think. So that's something, as you all are kind of in charge of building, that you probably want to be in on with me. So I'm going to go through, there's a large amount of materials for me to kind of sift through first so that I can kind of present it to you all and see how we want to move forward on it, but I wanted to let you know that, that I did that. I'll keep you posted.
And for those who have never been through this, because I had to do it for a company that I worked for to get a grant that we didn't get. A lot of it is the order of who gets called when disaster strikes and who's in charge of what when disaster strikes. It's sort of a kind of a flow chart.
Okay.
More than other things, but we'll see whether this one has any other wrinkles. But
Makes
that's
sense, I haven't given any thought to that.
Right. And it'd be good if something you can throw on the library book as we develop it.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep us posted as you learn more about it.
I will. I completed the financial report, I sent everything over to the MPLC, but I'm waiting on documentation, one last piece of documentation from town hall that I can't, it's not formally truly submitted until I can get this. It wasn't something the assistant accountant could put together. That they have a new accountant who started yesterday, or Monday. There's been no formal communication on that or on the IT person. Dorothy actually saw it on the select board meeting. Nope, the HR board meeting. She watched it online. And I did talk to Gretchen to confirm everything. She said, yep, the hires have happened, but I don't know who the people are.
Okay.
So,
So basically they've hired a new
town
town
accountant,
accountant and a new IT director?
yeah.
Okay.
Which is good, but I'm still kind of having trouble getting some of the information that is needed for this report.
Okay.
It's not due until the first week of October, it's a little bit of time. It does mean it's a first come, first served as far as getting the money, so it means there'll be a delay. We're going to the second round of checks that get mailed out later in the year. We'll be in the first round, but that's fine, we have money in student already to use, so we're not, it shouldn't affect us too much. Let's see, I did attach a budget update. Did you all see it? Apologies. I keep thinking it's in my director's report, and it's not. It was in the email. And everything shows that we're going according to percentage of the year past, and we're spending according to that. I have a fund summary in the main summary, but I didn't have one to give you on the details because I still don't have a report for this year, this fiscal year from town hall.
So past fiscal year,
For FY '24.
for 24, so what's
So I don't
projected?
know
Okay.
what's been spent from July 1 to date, other than what I'm
You
tracking.
can't track, okay.
Which means I don't know for building maintenance, I don't know where we're at, I don't know.
Okay. So the building maintenance would be through the facilities manager, who's James, so, okay.
So I'm hopeful now that they've hired somebody else, I'll start getting some regular updates for finances and things like that. But right now, it's just, it just is the way it is. Let's see. And we are in compliance and we will continue to receive our state so long as I get that last document. Sometimes we're good.
Compliance, well, this is what, the second year?
Year 2.
Year 2, yeah.
Yay.
We had, what, 15, 16 years of so, yeah.
Yep. All right. Our code of conduct policy is still in revision, and that's pretty much on me to get to looking at some of the things that you've sent over and really. The last 2 weeks have been impressive as far as, the things that have happened.
Yeah, you were gonna send them, get staff comments, I think.
I do have Dorothy's feedback. She did get me some feedback. And it's nothing major.
Fine.
Yeah.
As soon as you feel it's completed, you're all right, send it back to me for
Okay,
final revision.
all right, great. Yeah, I can actually probably give, why don't I give this to you? It's very good for feedback. As well as guidelines. And then you can take them as, if you take them or not, and then we should be ready to go at our next meeting, I think, to,
If this is all the feedback we're gonna get.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
so I'll put down for the next meeting, to review, code of conduct provisions.
Yeah, I can see, Dorothy, you know, that flow, bunch of arrows we have that I cut and pasted from this other document. This is an image and therefore not editable. So, yeah, oh, I can see she wants to add copy for me. We'll see whether my graphic design skills.
Don't worry about it, I can, if you send it to
Well,
me.
I'll put the copy in,
Yeah,
however it shows up, and we know what it's for.
yeah, and I can format it, that's no problem. So next. Okay. All right, let's see. We had discussed two other documents at the last meeting, the diversity and inclusion statement and the revision to the request for reconsideration form. So these, we will also do at the next meeting. So all of these things will need to get sent tomorrow. How about that? Because they're ready. I have sent them to everybody already in emails. I don't know if you want to look at past email and just have me send me one that has what we want to review for the next meeting now, as opposed to typically send out the agenda.
Yeah, if they're, whatever the current version,
Yeah.
iteration of it's going to be, yeah.
Okay, so send, um, okay. Okay. All right, great. I have been holding staff reviews, and I think it's going really well. I did attach sample, I created a form for them to fill out ahead of our meeting, just to kind of get the ball rolling and kind of give us some talking points and things like that. So I wanted to share it with you. I wanted it to come across as something, really not threatening, but at the same time, have some good questions to provide kind of roadmap into the future. And so far, it's been very well received. I think I'm about halfway through. I don't have an update on union stuff, but I do think things are moving. I was CC'd on an email. Tracy provided some documentation to the union head over there. So that indicates to me that something's happening. We'll see. Staff participated in a library boundaries training with Melissa Munn this week, or last week. It was great, she's great. She's going to be back in October to provide another training on gray areas. She's also been really, some staff have emailed, she said they could email her for questions, and she's been responsive, which is really great. So I think it went really well. The staff were pretty, I think they liked it. It was a little heavy on, she talked about personal boundaries for a good bit until she got to professional boundaries, and I really would have liked more of a focus on work, but we got there eventually. One thing I'd like to ask the board to vote on is Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving, which is, comes up each year. I think you had an idea to perhaps vote this through for 3 years so that it's not every year type of thing. Basically, the staff and I would like to request close on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, as we did last year. And instead of that Friday, we open the Monday. So nobody loses any hours, and patrons really don't lose access. Black Friday is not it's not a day like we would see 85 people in a day.
And patrons did not complain.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. In fact, I think because we're open on Monday, gives them a jump if they need something before we get into the holiday stretch. So,
I prefer to keep it on a yearly basis,
okay.
just because circumstances change. It's not, we're an amenable board, the vote is easy to do.
And the union may change things now that I think about it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may be looking at something different next year. That's a good point.
We may not get to vote on it,
Right.
Yeah, right.
so.
Right. Okay, so this year,
Is there a motion to
Yeah.
do it? Okay.
Second.
Second, motion made and seconded to open the Monday of Thanksgiving week and be closed the day after Thanksgiving. Similar to what we did last year. Okay. All in favor? Everybody's. All right.
great, thank you. All right, so on the Local History Room project, I have also attached back here, papers, there should be an interim progress report on what's been happening. This is supplied to me by our archivist. It just to kind of give you the lay of the land of what they've been doing. We're getting close on physical materials, and so the next step is to figure out what to digitize, how to digitize it, who to work with on that. So we probably want to have a meeting with Gretchen over at Town Hall and see what's the best way. Do we want to throw everything into Town Hall's database, or do we want to do something different that's maybe more user-friendly? So those are the things that are kind of being questioned right now to figure out. Katie held the first history roundtable session on Saturday, and we'll keep on going. Hopefully build momentum for that, and we continue to have many people signing up for the history roundtable newsletter. This was last week. We were up to 32 signups in just 2 weeks, which is excellent. It's a lot of interest.
That's great.
For our little community, yeah. So hopefully it'll get some traction. Let's see. All right, library building and grounds. We are continuing to have some issues with the library being left unlocked. So it happened again. We had a new cleaner start, which is great, but the door that was left unlocked is not one that the cleaner has a key for, so it wasn't cleaner. The DPW was also there that day, so I did talk to James, and I don't know, and I don't care who, but I want to blame anybody, but if you don't mind mentioning it to all of your crew, to please check the doors when they leave, to make sure that they are indeed locked.
What day was it checked? That it was unlocked?
We had somebody who was using this room on a Monday night, so it was a Monday.
Is that consistent?
No, it's been all over. Ever since we got that new door lock, which is the only different. It's really hard to explain. It's just a complicated locking system, and it seems like it's locked when it is not. So you pull on it and it's locked now, but if you turn the handle, it's still unlocked. So you have to use a key, you have to use a hex wrench, and then you have to use a different hex key on the other door. So it's just,
Okay, so that would explain.
it's just a mess. Yeah, it's, and it's a lot, we explain to everybody who uses this room after hours and kind of runs the community room space. They seem to be getting the handle. I think, we go through the instructions, and I think they're nervous. So, they go through it when they leave and check out all the boxes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's just nerve-wracking to come in on Tuesday morning, because the next morning, somebody was here to go over some fire alarm issues we're having. And he had set it off because the door was unlocked. And they weren't here yet. So I got here and then the police showed up and I said, sorry. So, on that, we also had, this just arose, we had 2 fire alarms last week, and one a week or 2 before that. So there's some faults somewhere in the wiring that they're working on, waiting for a part. They had to kind of, they just, especially, we had 2 in one day.
Yeah, I was here.
And it was just gonna continue to keep on setting off, that we have to evacuate the building each time, because you never know.
They have identified the problem.
They've identified it and they're waiting on a part. So they've turned something off to keep the alarm from triggering in this one area. It's in the upstairs area. Didn't know if it was partly due to the humidity, and there's no, you know, the little room upstairs, there's no circulation up there, so I don't know if there's something to do with that. But anyway, so they do have to replace the part that has not happened yet.
And James is handling that.
Yes. Yep. All right. Oh, I did put it in. So coastal facilities is our new cleaner. Had a few hiccups, but they did start cleaning on Monday, September 11th. Really excited about it. Really great. All right, and then there's the usual things here. To the Friends. The Friends met on September 15th to go over their Final Plan Harvest Fest. And right before the meeting, I got an email from the head of students at Governor's Academy, at students volunteering, saying that he'd seen that we were having Harvest Fest and we were needing student volunteers. So, hallelujah. I replied, yes, absolutely we do. So hopefully, I connected him with John, the president of Friends, so hopefully we will have many soup servers at Harvest Fest. Let's see, I am in need of 3 judges for the literary thinking contest. Should anybody?
I've done it in the
Thank
past.
you.
I'm willing to do it again.
Okay, we have 1, I just need 2 more. All right, thank you. And I'm gonna go over to town hall and see if maybe I can keep it scratching too. It's on a Saturday, so it means somebody has to come in on Saturday, you know? But,
Do we have a date?
yep, it's October
The 28th.
29th, the Saturday of Halloween. I mean,
28th.
28th, sorry.
Yeah.
28?
Yep.
What time?
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Yeah, the judging will happen, I think, around 12:30 is fine. So you should be all set for that.
Look at my schedule. Let's see.
Yeah, you got a lot
I
of
might
mine.
be over. We don't know.
And my schedule was in my full control.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yep.
So,
No, that's okay. One trustee,
Sure.
I think is great.
I'll
And
be away, so that's.
I had a positive experience doing it before.
Try to, yes.
Yeah, really.
so I'll head over, maybe Lindsay was like, I'll head over to town hall and see who I can strong arm.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, being judged.
Yeah.
And then, let me see, other than that, I have our September and October events, calendar of events.
Did someone with the Council on Aging?
She
Oh,
did it
that's
last year, Cindy?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did it. She did it with Alex.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
This is a combination calendar of eye exams.
Yeah. There's no way to get it to print any better, I apologize. So we do have, what's the date? Here we go. End of life planning, 3 keys to avoiding financial ruin. And that is what, financial planner we have here before, and like,
Use them further.
yes. And massive signups, it's only been announced for just a little bit, and everybody is signing up for it. So,
Oh, really?
people are very interested. And it was a number of years ago that we had him here, and it had really good attendance then as well.
Reviews.
Yeah.
To do end of life planning. Which is, that could have been a different title. But that's,
Yeah, but you
That's what it
know,
was.
you gotta do it.
It worked.
And that's why I'm going to this presentation.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go to it too, just with the arm again, yeah. Actually, my wife encouraged him at the Newburyport Senior Center, and that's when we had met with them and, made our arrangements at that point. And he came and spoke here, so.
Yeah.
He usually has a financial advisor with him too.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so it's not only these
It's not
things,
alone,
but these tax finances too.
When does that?
That is October 10th,
October 10th.
from 2 to 4. If anybody's into Alfred Hitchcock, we have All About the Pitch. It's a web program on the 25th that looks kind of fun. And Dorothy's statistics were attached as well. Public Wi-Fi is down, I'm not sure for August, but a couple little things for August, and I wonder if it has anything to do with people were finally able to travel.
I'm sure.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like,
I think that may have something to do with it, yeah.
All right, so that's that. For new business, we did talk about, having a little discussion about formally adopting the ALA Bill of Rights. Does everybody know what the ALA Bill of Rights is? Freedom to read. It's on the ALA's website. It's also in our policies section on our website, if you want to take a look at it. And think about, this was, Dick Sarah's idea, which I think is a great idea. Whether or not the board wants to formally adopt this, Bill of Rights. It's a good document, so have a look. Yes, we're on to, unless anybody has any questions for me, I think we're on to the generator project next.
Is it okay if I leave?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We have locked the door.
see how you did it.
See you next month.
Yeah,
We'll let you know when that is.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think are we doing now for, third Tuesdays at 4?
I thought we kind of said that, but
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
awesome, all right.
Bye, guys.
Take care, it's good to see you. Don't forget your books if you have them, sir.
What?
Don't forget any books if you have them, sir.
Oh, no.
Which reminds me of this.
yeah.
Okay. Thanksgiving schedule, we've got that taken care of. Code of conduct policy division. I have a draft of the generator bid request, if anybody would like to see that. It's,
You send it to, is it sendable?
I don't know how to do that.
It's
it's definitely very much a work in progress. Okay, I'm sending it, there's some technical,
Okay.
I have it.
you
right?
have it,
If you
yeah,
have
we
yours.
scanned it in, and we can send it electronically. Okay? Erin has it, Dorothy scanned it in, because I don't have a system that allows me to.
But
Years
I,
ago, I used to know how to do it, I don't know how to do it. So, but it's definitely.
The system you're talking about is the cognition system.
Yeah, both. It's a combination of both.
Just check.
It's the technology
No,
and the combination. So this is, basically, there's two parts to it. The first portion is the standard boilerplate language that you would have for any public bid process. The second part is dealing with the specifics of the generator, which I've gleaned from the proposals that Alex had gotten, and Alex had done a draft of the bid document. And I kind of took that and I had some other bid documents from UMass Lowell, from the city of Cambridge, for emergency generators, and I gleaned stuff from that.
Oh, yeah, it's the right way to go.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I don't know how accurate it is. I'm gonna have, we'll send it to James, the facilities.
Yeah,
manager.
because, you know, we can read this and say,
You can read it.
we can read it and say the English is fine, but we don't know if the content is fine.
Exactly, that's what I'm, and then have the electrical inspector look at it.
Yeah.
And then, once everybody blesses it and we fill in the places where there's blanks and we have to identify who key people are and phone numbers and that kind of stuff, we'll kind of do another iteration of it. And once we have the technical stuff clarified, we'll, whoever the new town accountant is, will work with them to go to the state bid list that has already been established. A meeting we had before, she indicated that we could go to that list and solicit proposals from 3 people on that list, and we just send this document to those 3 people and get our numbers back from them.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's kind of where that is.
Yeah, sounds like an element of our disaster plan.
Yes, yeah,
sure.
yeah, you're right. So that's what I got. So if we could, Aaron, then send that to James.
Send this.
Yeah. And since you guys have it in the system now. And then we'll set up a meeting with him to kind of go over it and ask him to send it to the electrical inspector.
All right, send it to James, sorry, I still have that. And ask him to.
Yeah, to go over it and also to forward it to the electrical inspector for comment. We talked about the solar panels on the roof the last time, I guess we're.
Well, I was supposed to get the contact name, and their skull failed, so
That's all right.
I'll do it this one.
Okay. I mean, we're dealing with a roof that's, doesn't meet their specifications anyway, so.
No, I know, so until we figure that out.
Yeah, till we know when that's going to happen. And we think it's going to be FY '24, but,
Well, we can, you know, we can find out if they would fund a solar roof as
Right.
opposed to solar system on the existing roof.
Yeah.
So, I can,
and would they be willing to fund something, something in the parking lot? Yeah.
Is that the solar powered work table?
No, that's a different.
we're talking about a non-roof,
Non-roof, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the name for it that I've already
yeah,
forgotten.
me too. That's a cognitive, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if they would fund something like that.
I don't know, I mean, because it's, those are more expensive.
Oh, absolutely, because you're building a structure.
Because you, well, not only building a structure, but you have to dig for the cabling hooked to
Absolutely.
the electrical system
Yeah.
that you don't have to do when you can just drill a hole in your
Right, and we've got to remember, as I'm thinking, actually, the leaching field for the septic system is right here in the parking lot, so
Can't do that.
we're not gonna do that. So, the EV charging system, is that scheduled? I mean, do we have any?
I have no
I hear
update,
that.
so I think that, and then I kind of kept out of the loop on that one. It's Fred and James.
Oh, okay.
As far as I know, I think we need another meeting with James.
Yeah.
Because there are a number of things, that we had from the last meeting.
His name has come up a few times today.
Yeah, like still, it's, I think, what is it, year 5 or 6 now going on, we still need the ovens replaced in the staff room, you know,
Yeah.
things like that. So I think before, now that summer's over and before we get into them having to plow for winter, we're probably coming into a better time of year for them to be able to do some of these things. And they have been here a lot for like little things that go wrong, you know, something falling out of the wall, you know, or, you know, just little things that need shoring up that they've been helpful with. So it's more some of the bigger ticket items that we want to get checked off the list.
So it's, if you send that generator stuff, we can ask him that, availability,
Yes.
set something up.
Is the oven a wall oven or a toaster oven or a microwave? What is
It's a
it?
double oven in the wall, the microwave and regular oven that's been broken for many years. So we just want to, and it's been approved. He said he can, money's there, he can do it. It's been time.
And given the way life is, we're living our life these days, or would a regular oven be, you know, a requirement, or is it
It
just?
won't fit, it's a very.
No, I don't mean that.
Oh.
I mean,
Do you even need it?
would you need to have an oven as opposed to simply a microwave, which is what people are mostly using these days for heating up their lunches?
Yeah, for lunches, reheating, yes, when we do other things, there's also an oven in there. So if we do a staff thing, you know, we're gonna, or I think he's gonna use an oven to bake something to a kid, but it comes up, it's not, if the space could be differently configured,
I was just, you know, thinking
You
that
know-
buying a standalone
we.
microwave.
But the space in there is really tight. So, and it would need to get refigured because this is a built-in, have you ever been in the staff? It's a built-in structure, so they measured it, they have to get a very specific item. They've
Yeah.
identified it, what will fit in there to replace. So I thought it was gonna happen at one point, it just hasn't yet. But yes, I mean, to your point, yes, and microwaves now can do convection and air frying and you can get it to do everything in one, but, I don't know how they do freezer space.
Okay.
Anything else anybody has?
No.
All right.
Let's see.
So we're setting our next meeting date.
All right.
Let's just get that.
Yes.
'24th we're talking about?
Is that the third one?
Yeah, 3rd, 10th, no, 17th.
17.
Oh, good. I was gonna say the 24th. I'm at the Council on Aging.
Yeah.
So 17th?
So, yeah, I won't be here on the 24th, so the 17th.
Good, it's home
Yeah,
here.
yeah. 17th. All right, next thing is a motion to adjourn.
I move.
Seconded, all in favor? Okay,
All right,
we're done.
yeah.